Good evening, I'm Alex Hazard, and welcome to Made in Northern New York. Like many of you, we've been checking in with friends and family near and far from our living rooms with the use of Zoom. Tonight, we're gonna do exactly that, except for we're checking in with Northern New Yorkers all over the world. A Claytonite living in Japan, Watertonians living in Italy and Mexico, and right now, a call just across the pond to England. Coming to us now from England is a Watertown native, Katie O'Brien. Katie, it's great to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
So now you grew up in Watertown, and I see your dad at Boots Brewery on the square here in Watertown where I host trivia. I won't tell you his trivia score, but I understand a love for trivia runs in the family, and it's helping you there in England get through all this quarantine stuff.
Yeah, so my husband and I have been making quizzes for our family here. So he's actually started putting them online on YouTube for people to take part in. And my dad complained about the first one, so there wasn't enough questions for the old timers. But I think it's still been a good way to pass the time. It's been fun to make them.
I've heard that same complaint about my trivia. Don't take it personally. Okay, so one of the many blessings here that we've finally started to have is some nice weather. And so I'm seeing folks get outside, practice social distancing outside, and really just get some fresh air and get some movement. How are people doing in England? Are you guys, I know that it rains a lot there. Are you guys able to get outdoors at all?
Yeah, that is the stereotype, but actually we've been really lucky. I've been sunburned a couple of days because we've been able to sit out in the yard. You're only allowed outside for an hour a day for exercise unless it's essential. So, you are a bit limited, but we've been able to get out and walk the dog in the sun. And so it has been pretty good. We've been lucky.
First of all, don't rub it in on the sunburn. Secondly, let's talk about that for just a quick second. So you said you're only allowed outside an hour there. Any other sorts of, regulations or suggestions coming from the government there in England that we may not have here, or maybe we do?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more strict here because you're really only meant to see people from your own household. So, we can't even go see my husband's sister, things like that, because they're really trying to keep it strict with the people that you're interacting with and keeping that 6 feet distance between you when you are out shopping and things like that. So, it's been, I think we're into the 4th week of lockdown now. So we'll see where it goes.
Now, I know that your dad, I only know him personally from your family, but I know he would love to see you come home. What was it that brought you originally to England? And then did you have any plans of coming home anytime soon? And did this put a wrench in any of that?
Yeah, so I came over here in August of 2018 to study, but also just to be with my boyfriend at the time in the same place. And we actually got married last summer, so that was exciting. Glad this didn't all affect
Congratulations.
that. Thank you. But yeah, we were planning to come home hopefully in July. Paul's been over a few times and he's met everyone, which has been nice. But yeah, so we've sort of just put it on hold, haven't booked anything. A couple of friends were supposed to come visit as well, so that's also been postponed. But, it's just a wait and see game at this point, I guess.
As tough as this has really been here, we've been seeing all sorts of messages of togetherness and really positivity. Again, even though it's kind of tough, the morale in a weird way has kind of seemed to be pretty good. Are you seeing that in England at all as well?
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of support for the NHS, which is our medical system here. So there's a clap for them every Thursday at 8 p.m. So the fire engines go off, the ships honk their horns. So it's a big thing every week, which has been really nice. Everyone's got the rainbows just like in America. So yeah, I think it's a horrible time, obviously. But yeah, I have seen a lot of togetherness around the world, actually. So it's been, the best it can be, I guess.
Well, we are feeling that togetherness tonight with talking with Northern New Yorkers all over the world, and we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Katie, I hope you and your husband there stay safe and healthy, and I hope you can join your dad down at Boots here as quickly as possible.
I hope so too.
At the beginning of our talk there, Katie mentioned her family's YouTube trivia night. Well, they'd like to invite you to play along too. You can join them on the Animus Workshop YouTube page. We'll be right back.
After the break, we visit a Northern New Yorker in Mexico. And later, Italy and Japan.